Hello everybody, it's Richard the Urban Warlock from Urban Warlock Healing here. So I'm just going to do a quick video about when we talk about on these videos about what a karmic is, or a karmic relationship, because I'm kind of aware that, you know, when you're doom scrolling on TikTok, you might come across a reader, and myself included, we were talking about karmic relationships or a karmic. And if you're new to it, you might be like, well, I don't know what that is. And then because you carry on doom scrolling, you never Google it. So here's a little video whilst you're doom scrolling to explain what it is. So a karmic or a karmic relationship relates to, it's kind of linked to karma, of course it is. So karma is about the idea of what you put out comes back. It's that thing of, you know, you'll hear people talk about it all the time, karma will get them. So it's like, if you do something bad, it's going to come and bite you on the ass. Now, karma can come the other way as well, so we have positive karma. However, generally speaking, when we're doing readings, we're talking about the more negative kind, because let's face it, people who come for readings or are looking for advice on TikTok or whatever, that's the point, isn't it? They're looking for some advice. There's something not quite right. They're looking for answers, and it tends to be something's kind of sticking in their life. Now, I've been through many karmic relationships in my life. Being an activator, I tend to sometimes get chucked into these situations, and it's a test for the other person, it's a test for me. Just to explain what I mean by an activator. So, if you're coming for a reading with me, I'm not softly, okay? I'm not rude, you know what I mean? I don't say anything that's rude, but, you know, if I'm doing a medium reading or if I'm doing my cards and something comes up and I say, look, you need to change something in your life, I will tell you, okay? That can often trigger people, okay? It can trigger a defense, it can trigger an awakening, it can trigger something, okay? It's not the time doing anything wrong, it's not the time saying anything wrong, it is the time activating something in your mind or in your soul that then makes you question your current path. Okay, you might walk away feeling a little bit pissed off, especially if it's to do with a relationship, and I turn around and go, sorry lovey, this isn't right for you, you're being controlled, you're being manipulated. In your unconscious, you probably know that, but you need to come to me so that I can activate that. It comes into the conscience, can take a little bit of time to settle, but then you decide, right, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do something a little bit more positive. Side note. Okay, so I'm going to be mainly focusing on two types of karmic relationships, if you want to call that. So the first one is more like karmic situations, and I'm splitting this into two. So first example is that you meet somebody and they're not ready to be with you. Okay, it could be that they've got things going off in their life. It could be that they're already with somebody. It could be that they've recently come out of a relationship. It could be that they've got commitments. There's travel involved. There's loads of different situations. Okay, so you meet this person and you think, oh, they could be the one. You know, there's a real strong connection there. Now, it can be a karmic relationship because, like I say, the person, situation one, the person is not ready, okay? And then we come along and we kind of meet them, and they're constantly running, they're constantly shutting it down, and we get to a point where we've got a choice, okay? We either wait around and wait around and wait around in the hope that they come back, okay? Some people might want to delve into the twin flame thing there. I've already done a video on that, so I'm not going to go back into that. But yeah, so we have a choice. Do we wait around and kind of get breadcrumbed by this person who probably does want to be with us in some way, but because of the situation, they're not ready. They're not ready in some way. It may be that they're doing it because they just want attention. It may be that they're just unhappy with their lives and they just like the attention from somebody. That is another possibility. Either way, we have a choice. We either wait around and wait around and wait around and kind of waste our lives, or we go, do you know what? I've got more self-worth than this. I'm gonna leave them to it, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna spend a bit of time healing myself, focus on myself, and then when the time's right, the universe will bring in the right person for me. Okay, that would be breaking a karmic cycle. Okay, because you've walked away. You've said, I'm not dealing with this. I've got more self-worth. I'm moving on. That is breaking that karmic cycle. Just to kind of flip that on its head, so same situation, but this time it's the karmic lesson for the other person, and it's normally that it's a karmic lesson for both people, both parties, if I'm honest with you. But if we flip it on our head, so we've got somebody who, for whatever reason, they feel like they cannot commit because of all those reasons I've just mentioned. Now, the karmic lesson for them could be something along the lines of they need to break out this current cycle. They need to change their life because they're not happy. They're not in alignment. That's another word we like in this word. That basically means to me, mind, body, soul in alignment. We're where we need to be. We feel connected. It's almost like we've answered our calling. Okay. So yeah, they're not in a good place. They know it, but they don't want to admit it because they're still trapped in that kind of cycle of fear and doubt and potentially self-loathing and worries and anxieties and fears and all that. Now, they have a choice. Their karmic lesson could be to break out their current situation, take a leap of faith, and try something new. Now, that could be either being on their own, being with somebody else, changing their career, whatever. Again, whatever. The situation doesn't matter. I'm mainly focusing on relationships here, though. Okay, so they then decide that it's too big, it's too scary, they can't do it, they're going to stick with the status quo. Now, at some point, the likelihood is that they will break out that it will get too much and they'll go, do you know what, I can't live this life anymore. You know what I mean? That person who came along, I should have taken that chance. Now, because they weren't brave and they didn't take that leap of faith, they'll probably go looking for said person, but by that point, said person is already in another relationship, okay? And they've moved on, and then they're stuck wanting this person that they can't have, and it's because they didn't learn that karmic lesson. Now, I've been in situations like that myself, on both ends, okay? So I know it exists, and it's not very nice. I'd like to think I'm now at that point where I don't put up with the karmic bullshit. At least I try not to. Okay, second example is the most common example, especially with my readings, and it's people who are in a karmic relationship. So they come to me, they're looking for a reading, they're looking for advice, and I have to turn around and say, look, the person you are with is not right for you. The person that you are with, you're giving all your power away to. The person that you're with is being controlling. The person you are with isn't showing you the love that you deserve, okay? And then my job is to sit there and tell you that you should, you can have more self-worth. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you can be happier. Why do you not think that you can't be happier? Why are you not asking for the best? And stuff like that. Now, that's generally how I work. Now, for some people, that'll seem really harsh, but for other people, they'll just kind of go, it doesn't seem that harsh to me, you know what I mean? So it's all about how you perceive things. I jokingly said in my spoof tarot video that if you like it softly, then F off to an oracle card reader. And I kind of stand by that because that's not who I am. That's not how I deliver my readings. Much like my videos that activate people, I don't ever say anything offensive. All I am doing is questioning things, okay? And that is how I work. That is my role as the activator. I also dub myself the karmic destroyer. Now, I don't destroy karma because you can't destroy karma. It's just a little bit of a joke and a play on words because you come to me, I kind of shove it in your face, and I bring things to light. Okay, so when we're talking on readings about karmics, like this is a karmic, 9 times out of 10, it is because it's some kind of life lesson that you need to break out of. Now, the issue with karmic cycles is that if you do not break it yourself, they will repeat. So you're in a karmic relationship, partner decides they're going to cheat on you and run off with somebody else. You then lose even more self-worth. Next person you meet is probably going to be similar, if not the same. And the cycle repeats in this lifetime and the next and the next and the next until you stand up and you say, I have more self-worth than this. I deserve more than this. I can be happier than this. Okay, and that is how we break that karmic cycle. Now, until people do that, you have to be aware it's just going to keep repeating. Okay, so that is what a karmic is. Okay, I hope that clears that up for some people. You will hear me talk about it a lot in my readings because, like I say, people are drawn to me for some reason. It's that thing of you're drawn to the reader you're supposed to go to. Well, if you're drawn to me, good fucking luck. Anyway, that was it, and catch you on the next one. Ta-ta!